Alright, so today we're going to be taking a look at my custom 1/6 scale horror collection, as well as some custom masks and busts by various artists. And yeah, let's get started. This is a collection update video, and as you can see from my last one, that a lot has changed in these cases. So lots more dios, lots of new stuff. So let's go over it. We're going to start over here with the concept Pretty Woman Leatherface figure. I already went over this recently, so I'm not going to go over it in too much detail, but this thing is absolutely insane. The Diorama is by Manzi over Distress Labs. Love how he did it in the shape of Texas. Looks great. I love the road texture. He did some mud on the back, some blood and some just grime and all muddy. He added the Black Maria pamphlets, because if you remember at the end of the film, the truck that pulled up to help Sally said Black Maria on the side of it. So that's really cool that he threw in that nice little attention to detail. Back here on the dial, we have a wood pole. Real wood pole. He added a armadillo crossing sign all bloodied up. Really good attention to detail on that. Excuse me. And some barbed wire, some blood, a bag stuck to it. All dirty and grimy. Great attention to detail. And then over here, we have a custom head sculpt stand. The two head sculpt stands are by Manzi as well. I love how he did those in the shape of Texas as well, because if you look right here, the head sculpt stands blend very nicely with the dio. Love that. This is the Sideshow Pretty Woman Leatherface head sculpt. As you can tell, has been repainted. This has been 100% repainted by Manzi over at Distress Labs. I think he captured the look from the film perfectly. The paint app was good before, but I think he brought it to a whole nother level. Look at the detail on that. The colors, just very nicely painted. Paul absolutely killed this. It's like a whole new sculpt. Absolutely insane. Down here in the head sculpt stands, you got the gravel texture with the real wood pole, some more barbed wire, just like on the pole on the back of the dial. And over here, we have the stock old lady Leatherface head sculpt on another custom head sculpt stand. Not much to say about that one, but it's a really good sculpt. I would love to get it repainted down the road, but yeah, for right now, it fits the part for the setup. Now back to this dio. He's got a 1/6 scale tire right there for Leatherface to prop his foot up on. Really good. I think it adds a nice little touch. Real good. I like this pose I got him into. Yeah. Sideshow did a great job on the body and the outfit. I think they did a really good job. The weathering's good. The build of the figure's good. It's very accurate to Gunnar Hansen's build in the film. I love how they added the charm bracelet. Great attention to detail. The chainsaw is also by Sideshow. I'm happy with it. I know it may not be the 100% accurate color, but I think it fits the part really well. And the head sculpt. This is a concept Pretty Woman Leatherface head sculpt by One's Customs. I think One's absolutely killed this. This thing is insane. It's as if the skin mask is just so worn that the makeup on it is just dripping down the face. All that is real gritty and grimy, and I absolutely love that. You got the great stitch work on it. I mean, the sculpted stitches. I mean, One's nailed this thing. Love the real hair, how it's all like just all messed up and longer in some spots than others. Really, really good attention to detail from all the artists involved in this one. And I'm very happy with it. And this is just the beginning, guys. I got a lot of new stuff to show you guys. So, yeah. Let's get started on this. As I said, just the beginning. So yeah, this is my concept Pretty Woman Leatherface figure by Sideshow, One's Customs, and dio by Manzi over at Distress Labs. Epic piece. Very happy to have it. Alright. Moving on down. Down here. Now, I've gone over this one before. I have. I'm not going to lie. So I'm not going to go over this one in too much detail. This is going to be a fairly quick one. My Part 7 Jason from Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. And Dio is by Paul Manzi over at Distress Labs. Absolutely killed this thing. I love it. It's really good detail. I love the sculpted water on the base. The tree roots, the real leaf, like the 1/6 scale leaves. Now, you'll notice something different I did this time. I have a lot of weapons for this figure from the film. Got the butcher knife right there. The sickle, the machete, and the brush hook. And I got him holding the tree trimmer, or I'm not sure what that weapon's called, to be honest. But this was used in a really good kill in the film. Absolutely love it. Yeah, when he killed Dr. Cruz with that thing, that was an amazing kill. And to be honest, that's pretty much the only time you ever see Jason use a weapon like this, because, yeah, he doesn't use any gas-powered weapons too often. This is like the only time you'll ever see him do it, so really cool and unique scene in the movie to see him do something like that. Love the detail on his figure. David Tucker did the clothing. The chain around the neck is real silver, made by Chris Yeast. I think Chris absolutely did a great job. He weathered the hell out of it. The clothing was a light gray when I got it, but I ended up re-weathering it and just making it look a little more dirty to where I thought it looked accurate to the film. But David did a great job tailoring it to the body. Yeah. Got a real wood pole over here with a metal tree stake. Yeah. Great attention to the detail. The New Blood plaque in the front. I love the resin water thing. Paul does really good with like resin water and stuff like that, and like puddles and stuff like that. He does an amazing job on that, so I absolutely love that detail. All those leaves and just grime, and it looks all mucky. The detail on the figure is very well done. The sculpting, the body's all sculpted and casted, and I think it looks amazing. I really do. I'm not sure who did the body for the figure. I really don't know. I have yet to find out. I ended up getting this figure in a trade a while back, but whoever did the actual body, the bones and stuff like that, they did an amazing job, in my opinion. And I would love to give them credit one day if I could find out who did it, but for right now, it's a mystery. And over here, we have the Ones Customs hockey mask. This thing is insane. Really, really good detail on that. The weathering is phenomenal. Ones does an amazing Part 7 head sculpt and hockey mask. Absolutely insane. Look at the body a little closer. As I said, this body's really well done. Sculpted hands and everything. And they did a really, really good job, and I just don't know who did it. So hopefully one day I can figure that out so I can give them credit. The weapon in his hand, really, really good. Really good. The weathering on the wood pole. The tent stake is also done by Chris Yeast. All the weapons on this are done by Chris Yeast, and I think he did an amazing job. It really sucks he's not in the hobby anymore, because he really knew what he was doing when he was making weapons. So, yeah, that sucks. But I'm glad to have gotten the stuff I got from him when I did. This thing is just an amazing piece, and I'm very happy to have it. Love Friday the 13th Part 7, one of my favorite horror films, and definitely one of my favorite Friday the 13th films. Absolutely insane. Alright guys, that is my Friday the 13th Part 7 New Blood figure. Thank you. Let's move on down. Another one I've gone over in the past, but nevertheless, I'm going to go over all of them. So, this is a Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 remake Freddy Krueger figure. Dio is by Boiler Room Diorama is by Paul Manzi over at Distress Labs. You'll notice a lot of my dioramas are by Paul, so this video is going to have a lot of his work in it. So, and if you're interested in any dios like the ones you see in this video, just hit up Distress Labs on Instagram or Facebook, or yeah, just get a hold of him, because this stuff is amazing and he does amazing work. This stuff is definitely worth the wait. Look at the base down here. Got the sculpted grate look to it, all weathered to perfection. Got the sculpted railing with a dirty rag on it. He's even got the welded marks on the railing, which is really, really good. Love that attention to detail. Paul, he knows what he's doing with the detail part. He never misses a detail. He goes above and beyond to make sure you get what you pay for. So definitely hit him up for stuff like this. Got the pole in the back. Great paintwork on this. It actually looks like a real pole in a boiler room. He's got some duct tape on this one. Just more attention to detail. The weathering on the railing is just phenomenal. I mean, look at he made it look like it's welded. That's insane. He's got a real metal chain there wrapped around it. And now for the figure. The figure is by David Tucker over at ceecreations. He did the glove. He sculpted the glove. I mean, David absolutely killed this thing. This glove is insane. Absolutely amazing. Very accurate to the film, and I think I haven't seen someone replicate the glove as good as this, so very happy to have this. David did an amazing job on the sweater. Very accurate to the film. All the burns and holes in the right spots. The right coloring, the weathering is just spot on. He did the great paintwork on the hand. Amazing. Great tailoring overall. The pants are very well tailored to the body. So was the sweater, for that matter. Real felt hat. And the head sculpt is actually by One's Customs, but it was a blank head sculpt. So the head sculpt was blank, and it was actually 100% painted by David Tucker over at ceecreations. And I think he absolutely nailed it. Look at that. Look at the burns on it. Really, really good. I mean, this thing is amazingly detailed. David did not miss a beat on this head sculpt. I mean, this screams Freddy Krueger from the 2010 remake. I mean, this thing is insane. Not a lot of people like that film. I do get that. I mean, I didn't mind it. I mean, I thought it was a dark version of Freddy, so I appreciate it for what it was. Was it better than the originals? Hell no. I mean, the originals are always going to be the best, but I appreciate the remake for what it was. I mean, it was more Freddy, so at least we got more Freddy, and it's been a long time since we've had a Nightmare on Elm Street film, so I'll take all the Freddy films I can get for now, because who knows when it'll be before we get another one. And the detail on this is insane. David Tucker absolutely killed this figure, and Paul just killed it on this dio. Very good detail. I'm gonna look from the side. Really well done. Another artist you're gonna see a lot of work from in this video is David Tucker. So, yeah. I mean, it actually looks like, I mean, look at the poles. They actually look like they're real boiler room poles. I mean, the paint on them, it actually reflects in the light from the detail. Just amazing. Look at the head sculpt. Amazing, amazing figure. Once again, I know the film is not everyone's thing, but I didn't mind it for what it was. To me, it was a dark version of Freddy, and I appreciated it for that. But I mean, once again, it's not better than the originals, but I do appreciate the film. All right, going down here, we have my G Models Uber Jason. This thing is really, really well done. Great attention to the detail on it. Got a little poster right here from the film on a little stand. G Models did a metal base with the Jason X on there, all covered in blood. Great attention to detail. And he absolutely nailed this thing. The body is very accurate build to the film. I mean, this fits Kane Hodder's build in the film perfectly. It's really well done. I love the leather out, the black leather on it. Well, it's not real leather, but it's supposed to look like it. So, but I think it fits the part perfectly. I think he nailed the look from the film. I mean, look at the sculpting on the metal, on the parts that aren't covered in the black outfit. I mean, look at this. The sculpting on the metal parts is insane. Very good detail. I mean, he really went all out on the sculpting on this. Even on the abdomen. I mean, look at all the details on that. The head sculpt and the mask. Now, I would take the mask off, but the mask is very difficult to do one-handed, so I'm not going to be doing that. It goes around the back of the head just like in the film, like it's strapped on, but this really well done. The paintwork on the metal is really well done too. I mean, it really looks metallic, so I think that's amazing. The boots down here with the real laces, love it when they do that. The machete, custom space machete. Look at this. The rotted flesh underneath the metal. I mean, G Models did not miss a beat on this thing. They did a great job. This is one of the original 5 that he did. I have the COA, just not out right now, but I do have it. Very happy to have this one. And yeah, if you look at the chest, look at how the black clothing kind of latches onto the metal, almost like a symbiote kind of thing. Just like, it's like one with it, but it's like growing onto it. So that's really good detail. I mean, that's insane. Absolutely amazing. Great figure. Jason X may not have been the best film in the franchise, but in my opinion, it had a badass version of Jason, so I appreciated it for that alone. I need the figure over inside one more time. This thing's just insane. Absolutely love it. All right, so that is my Uber Jason by G Models. And yeah, this thing is amazing. As I said, it's one of the original 5 that he did. I'm very happy to have it. And yeah, so let's move on up. All right, so over here we have my custom 1/6 scale Ghostface figure. This is Super Mad Toys outfit and mask and knife. But it has been completely re-weathered by David Tucker over at ceecreations. Now, the figure was a full Super Mad Toys figure, but David replaced the body with a more heavy-duty, durable body. Like, this body is, all the joints are tight, nothing's loose. This is a very high-quality body that he chose, and it works perfectly. I mean, he did an amazing job on this. Look at the boots, he re-weathered those. David did a really good job on this. He took the Superman Toys figure and just turned it into something, like, beyond impressive. I mean, this thing is really well done. Love the Scream films. I'm a big fan of all the Scream films, honestly. They're all really good. One of my favorite franchises in horror, for damn sure. Yeah, it's definitely in my, definitely up there for me. One of my favorites of all time, so, yeah. Got the little voice changer over here, or walkie-talkie, I guess you could say. Got a cell phone right there, 1/6 scale cell phone. And the diorama, once again, by Paul Manzi over at Distress Labs. This is the Woodsboro Cafe diorama. It's supposed to replicate as if Ghostface went into a cafe and just went crazy and massacred everyone. Really well done. I mean, look at the back wall over here, the wallpaper. It looks like real wallpaper. Paul absolutely nailed this. I mean, a blood spatter on it, really well done. It's as if someone got sliced and just sprayed blood all over the wall. And it looks realistic, which I really like. At the wood, another part of the wall, it's all wood. Amazing detail. He's got some 1/6 scale chairs, which he put gum on the bottom of them. Another great attention to detail. As I said, Paul does not miss a detail on this, guys. Hit him up for stuff like this. He's got some sculpted coffee cups on the bottom of on the floor. The base is all wood. Some blood spatter, some coffee. The cups are like a resin, or I can't tell if they're real glass or resin, but they're very, very good detail on them. And he's even got sculpted coffee. I mean, sculpted resin coffee, I should say, not sculpted coffee. Resin coffee inside of the cups. That's amazing detail. You got a slice of pizza over here. I mean, look at that. That's resin coffee right there. Amazing detail. Mixed in with the blood. Got a little cigarette over here on the ground. Tablecloth all dirty. Got him standing on it like, yeah. Just admiring what he did. The knife is really well done by Superman Toys. And once again, this is a really good piece. Love the Scream film, so this is a must-have for me. Huge shout out to all the artists involved on every piece I'm showing in this video, because this stuff is amazing, and my collection has grown quite a bit over the past year because of this stuff. And you guys, it's because of you, the artists that I'm mentioning. A huge shout out to you guys. Paul absolutely killed this dial as well. The weathering on the floor, just really well done. Stains on the tablecloth, the blood spatter. I mean, the blood spatter alone is just like impressive. Absolutely amazing. Big fan of the Scream films. Looking forward to the new one. From what I read, it's supposed to be like the most brutal version of Ghostface, which I'm totally cool with. I'm ready for that. So, look at the head sculpt. I mean, the sculpt on this Superman Toys just killed this. I love how they put a wire frame inside the hood so you can pose the hood. I like the new Sideshow one, but the one thing I didn't like about the Sideshow figure is the hood did not have a wire frame in it, so you couldn't pose it. So I didn't like that at all. Really, really good. Amazing figure. Love the pose I got him in. I got him kind of in the pose like when he's in the hospital in Scream 5, and he's kind of like, he stands up in the hallway. He was kind of standing in this position. Love that scene. One more detail on the bottom. Absolutely insane. Alright, so this is my custom 1/6 scale Ghostface figure. And outfit and reworked by Dave Tucker over ceecreations. And Diorama by Paul Manzi. Moving on down to something new that you guys have not seen yet. I was waiting for this video to do this. So yeah, we have a custom 1/6 scale diorama by Paul Manzi. This is supposed to replicate the scene in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, where Myers is standing there in the street, on the sidewalk. The kid comes up and says, "Are you a giant?" So I think very unique. He's got the lights on the fence. Now he kind of put his own touch on it. As you can see, he's got the graffiti over there. DL Distress Labs, really nice touch. It says die over there, because if you remember at the end of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, he yelled die to Loomis. Killer. Great detail on this. He's got the thorn symbol spray painted in the window. Real wood fence. The sidewalk is really, really nicely sculpted, and very well weathered and detailed. He's got some 1/6 scale leaves. Just behind the fence, he's just got some gravel, which I think just fits the part for what it is. He's got a little grate right there on the wall. Really nice detail on that, like the weathering on this wall. Absolutely insane. And yeah, the kid here is just the NECA figure, but he threw it in, and I think it fits the part, because not too many people do 1/6 scale kids in Halloween costumes. So definitely needed something, and I think this fits the part. I had to put him on a little NECA figure stand though, because it kept falling over, and that was annoying. So I made it work though. Well, and the kid's in the Season of the Witch outfit, or one of the Season of Witches outfits. We have a Once Customs RZH1 head sculpt. This is an older head sculpt, very old. This head sculpt was supposed to replicate the mask from the poster. That's why it's a little more narrow, and the paintwork is different. Yeah. So it's supposed to be like the artwork from the poster of Rob Zombie's Halloween. Look at that, really good detail on that. Older head sculpt, as I said, but still holds up in my opinion. You got the pumpkin back here. Got the knife by Chris Yeast over when he was with Distress Labs. Absolutely insane. Thing is huge and very shiny. I don't like touching it because you get fingerprints all over it. But the way I got him posed, I don't mean him holding a knife. So the weathering on the fence, very well done. And for the figure, now this figure is a concept RZH1 Hobo Myers. So it's a concept Hobo figure. It's supposed to be like a RZH1, RZH2 mix. So as you can tell, he's got the coveralls on from RZH1, the boots with the real laces, the steel-toed tip coming out. Pant leg kind of rolled up right there, all tattered and everything. Bandage on the hand, bandage on the arm. He's got a bandage over here on the other leg. And got the vest on. Got the blanket back here. Really well done. This figure is by David Tucker over at ceecreations, and this thing is huge. This thing is freaking massive. It's probably 13 or 14 inches tall. The thing is very big, and I think he absolutely killed this. I have not seen him do another one of these, so I'm very happy to have got it when I did, because this thing is insane. Really well done. Look at the weathering on this. Now you'll notice, as I said, it's a concept. So in the film, in this scene, he was in Rob Zombie's H2, he was standing there with unmasked. But in this one, since it's a concept, I got him, the figure came with a pumpkin mask. The pumpkin mask is by One's Customs. One's absolutely killed this. Looks like real paper mache, the detail, the paintwork. The unmasked head sculpt underneath, which I'm not going to take off because it's a real pain, is also by One's Customs. So the head sculpt and pumpkin mask are by One's Customs. The rest is by David Tucker, and I think he absolutely killed it. I love Rob Zombie's Halloween films, especially his second one. So I know a lot of people liked it, but I absolutely loved Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 and his first one. So this is like a mixture of both worlds, and I absolutely love that. This is an amazing, amazing piece. Look up inside. I mean, look at this. The thing just towers. Love the Dio. I think this is the second one that Paul has done of this, and I'm not sure if he'll do more, but if he does and you want your Hobo displayed like this, definitely hit him up for one. The detail on the wall one more time, the weathering, amazing detail. Like I said, this is one Paul Manzi's take on the scene with his Dio, and I think he absolutely nailed it. And David Tucker did an amazing job on this Myers figure, and One's Customs killed the head sculpts with this. Absolutely insane. And yeah, this thing just speaks for itself. It's just absolutely beautiful. So this is my concept Hobo Myers sidewalk diorama and concept Hobo Myers figure. And I think this thing is absolutely insane. Love the setup, and it really has a great shelf presence. Absolutely insane. All right, moving on down. So down here, we're going to go over my first mask or bust. So this has an inner shell. This is by Ford FX. I think Ford FX absolutely killed this thing. They did an amazing job. Not much to say about it. It's a sculpted shell underneath, and has the eyes in there. Paper mache mask, but you put a coat over it to make it so it wouldn't be like fall apart during shipping and stuff. I recently got this from a buddy of mine. The thing is insane. The hair work is phenomenal on this. Once again, not too much to say about this, but Ford FX absolutely killed it. I mean, they do amazing work. Just insane. Love the Escape Myers scene in Rob Zombie's Halloween, so this is another must-have for me. Great detail on this. Alright, not much else to say about it other than it's just an amazing bust, and has a really good shelf presence with the rest of the collection. Ford FX killed it on the paint job. I love the inner shell. It has a real nice touch to it, so it's not just the mask. I mean, it looks insane. Absolutely love it. The weathering on the mask is just amazing. And down here, we have my Nes Jason. This is just an amazing piece Very unique. You won't see too many of them in the hobby. I think this is absolutely insane. Yeah, you won't see too many of these at all. Not at all. This is the only one I've seen, to be honest. I got this from a buddy of mine a while back, and he was letting go of it, and I had to take it because very unique. And I love the paint app on it. The clothing is very well done. The purple looks just like the game. If you play Friday the 13th, the game, the new one as well, this version is in there, and I think this absolutely is insane. Look at the detail on the shoes. The paint app and the clothing is just amazing. The white tip on the axe. Just an amazing, amazing piece. Very unique. Love the hockey mask. Custom hockey mask, custom head sculpt underneath. The whole thing's custom, and the paint app is just insane. Very accurate to the game. And once again, very, very unique piece, and I am blown away by it. Very good shelf presence. If you're looking at the details, this thing really pops out just because of the colors on it alone. The build is very good. It's because the Nintendo Jason or NES Jason was just like a Part 3 version Jason, just with purple outfit and teal blue mask and stuff. So absolutely insane. And once again, I don't know who made this. I really don't. So if anyone knows who made this, comment down below. But I have no clue who made this one. But they absolutely did an amazing job. So I'm a big Jason fan, so this is this is really cool for me to have. Love having it in my collection. All right, moving on up. Okay, over here we have my Sideshow Freddy Krueger figure that has been customized and reworked by David Tucker over at ceecreations. He has redone the sweater. The sweater is 100% custom. Love the stripes, the weathering, the tattering on it. Just insane. David did an amazing, amazing job on this. He did the hat as well. Real felt hat. Yeah, he just completely reworked the clothing, did an amazing job. Paul Manzi over at Distress Labs re-weathered the hand. He also weathered the head sculpt, made it look a little more dirty. I absolutely love that. This is the paint app on the Sideshow figure that they did was good, but it needed some help, and I think Paul and David really turned this thing around for the best. I think they did an amazing job. Look at the tattering on the sweater one more time. Got him kind of leaning against the wall here. Love that pose. Absolutely amazing. And yeah, so the Sideshow figure just reworked and turned it into something amazing by these two artists. Got a 1/6 scale Elm Street stand over here. Sidewalk with a yellow curb. Elm Street sign. Real wood pole. Good detail. Got the gravel like alleyway pavement with "Never Sleep Again" in it. It's kind of etched into it with green resin water in it, or green resin. It's supposed to replicate the scene in the first one when he cut his finger off and like the green blood. That's what Paul said he was going for with this, so that's why he chose green. I think that's amazing attention to the detail. It looks wet and grimy, the ground does. Just really, really good. He had some 1/6 scale bricks. This is a real wood palette in 1/6 scale form. Paul, that's insane. It's in 1/6 scale trash cans. Some just clutter and trash over here against the wall. This is a real. This wall is made of wood, believe it or not. Paul did such an amazing job on the detail that it actually looks like a real brick wall. I mean, look at the weathering on it, the coloring. He's got some posters of the missing kids from part 3, 4, and 6. You got over here. You got Spencer from part 6. You got Taryn from part 3. And you got Kincaid from part 3 and 4. And the thing is, he also has the posters, you'll look right here. He has where they were killed and stuff like that. So it's like where they were killed and where they went missing. So that's another attention to detail that Paul did not miss. This thing is absolutely insane. Has a great shelf presence as well as everything else in this video, and all the artists involved, once again, did an amazing job. This thing is insane. Love Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Just amazing. And this really screams Nightmare on Elm Street. This one screams more Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4 to me than any of the other films. I absolutely love it. So yeah, that is my custom 1/6 scale Freddy Krueger figure. Diorama by Paul Manzi over Distress Labs, and figure reworked by Paul and David Tucker. Thanks. Let's go down. Down here we have my Ford FX Hobo Myers half mask bust, I guess you could say. It's got the inner shell, like the resin or glass eye, the beard coming through, great weathering on the shell, amazing detail on that, absolutely insane. This mask is amazing. It is 100% accurate to the film in my opinion. Just the sculpt of it, the paint work, the weathering. This absolutely screams Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 to me, and I am blown away by this. This is my favorite, one of my favorite masks and slash busts in my collection, easily. Look at the detail on that. The beard coming through the bottom. Just amazing. I mean, this looks like literally it was just taken from the film. This looks like freaking Tyler Mane wearing the mask. It's like just his head sitting here. This thing is insane. Absolutely amazing. Once again, this is by Ford FX, and I think he did an amazing job. This thing is insane. The detail, the cracks in the mask, the weathering, the real hair, beard coming through. Just blown away by this. Absolutely amazing. Once again, the paint app is just outstanding on this. Insane. And down here we have something else I've gone over recently, but what the hell, we're going to do it again. So this is my 2009 Remake Jason figure. The Dio I got from a buddy of mine. Shout out to Robert Terrell over Anomaly 682. Check out his YouTube channel. Does amazing reviews. Has an amazing collection. Definitely check him out. Look at the base. We have some broken bottle. We have a bottle over here. Campfire in the background with like sticks and like rocks around it. Bloody ground, bloody mud, and just a real grimy, muddy base, all wet, looking like it just rained or something. Rock over here. Got a 1/6 scale Camp Crystal Lake sign painted beautifully, in my opinion. Really fits the part. And yeah, this is an older Dio. I'm not sure who made it, but shout out to Robert Terrell for the sale, because this thing really makes the piece pop. Detail one more time. Got a 1/6 scale head sculpt stand by Paul Manzi over Distress Labs. Got a newspaper in there. Paul used sculpted resin water with a real wood pole. It's a real rope, and absolutely love that. The head sculpt over here, the unmasked head sculpt, is by One's Customs, and One's did an amazing job. I think One's is the best Remake Jason sculpt out there, just my opinion, and I absolutely love it. I think he nailed it. Look at that. The veins in the head, the paint app, just amazing detail. This looks like mean and nasty. The rotted teeth. Yeah. One's does not miss a beat, guys. And the figure is by David Tucker over ceecreations. And like, at least the body and the weapons and everything. And David did an amazing job on this. The boots with the real laces, the weathering, the tailoring to this figure is just insane. I have no idea what body David used, but this thing is massive. It's heavy, it's tall, and it's bulky as hell. I mean, this thing is like freaking, it's just really, really bulky size-wise. And the machete over here that David did, great weather on that. He's got the leather straps around the handle just like in the film. Got the tattering on the jacket. David did not miss anything on this. This is absolutely insane. Got the holster over here for the machete, which you can actually put the machete in it. I choose to have him wielding it. Everybody wants Jason without wielding the machete. I mean, come on. And the head sculpt is by One's Customs. Amazing detail on that. Once killed this hockey mask. Absolutely amazing weathering. Paint app, just absolutely insane. Very accurate to the film. This head sculpt screams 2009 Jason. And overall, this is just an amazing, amazing setup. Absolutely insane. As I said, I just went over this recently, so I'm not going to go over it in crazy detail, but just wanted to show it off in this video. And yeah, this is just amazing. Bulky figure, just... Oh yeah, one's also did the neck piece as well. This thing is massive. A very, very big shelf presence. I mean, this thing stands out. It really does. And I think it's just insane. Absolutely love it. That is my 2009 remake Jason. And custom diorama. And head sculpt by One's Customs. Body by David Tucker. And head sculpt stand by Paul Manzi. Thank you. And moving down. Down here we have a Deletory Dream Sequence Myers mask. This thing is insane. Love the detail. Deletory does amazing work. I've wanted one of these masks for the longest time, and I just finally got one, and it's insane. Look at the tattering in the mask. Very accurate. I mean, it's got the Tyler Main shell underneath to make it the shape of it form properly. Just amazing detail on that. The blood work on it. Absolutely insane. Yeah, you may have noticed I love Rob Zombie's Halloween films because there's a lot of stuff from that in this video. But yeah, this mask is insane. Deletory kills it. I think he does amazing Myers masks, and very happy to finally have a piece of his work, and just blown away by this. The hair work on it is insane. Blood's very well done. Absolutely insane. Look at the tear in the mask. Just amazing. Deletory, just well done, man. You killed this thing. Very happy to have a piece of his work. And yeah, so that's my Dream Sequence mask by Deletory. And yeah, just if you can get a hold of a Deletory mask or a Ford FX mask, I mean, seriously, those two do the best Myers masks in the hobby. In like the mask hobby, in my opinion. And this is just insane. All right, moving on up. All right, so over here we have a Trick or Treat Studios H40 mask. Now you'll notice this one's been repainted. This is the unique part. This one's been 100% repainted and rehauled and rehaired by none other than One's Customs himself. Yes, One's Customs. One's Customs does not do a lot of these. He does not do mask rehauls, hardly ever. I think he's only done two. He's done a Halloween Kills one and this one. And shout out to Robert Terrell, once again, Anomaly 682. He has the H Kills mask that he did. So this thing is insane. One's did an amazing job. For someone who doesn't do masks all the time, he made this thing look accurate as hell to the film. Just really well done. I mean, he turned this mask into something completely different than it was. Made the hair look better. I mean, he absolutely nailed this. Big fan of the Halloween 2018 film. Yeah, the new films are really good. I absolutely love them. Definitely like 2018 more than Kills, but this is still, I mean, this mask just screams what it looked like in the film. This is very accurate to me, and I'm blown away by it. And liking the film as much as I do, I'm definitely gotta have this mask, and I'm blown away that I got one that One's did himself, because like I said, he does not do these often at all. You won't see him do any of these like ever. So this is, if he ever does any again, I don't know if he will. He could, I don't know. But I'm just happy to have one that he did rework, because this thing is amazing. Just amazing paint app. Once again, One's Customs just knocked it out of the park. Absolutely insane. Alright, so that's my reworked Tots H40 mask, reworked by none other than One's Customs. Moving on down. Down here we have my custom 1/6 scale Part 8 Jason. This is a collaboration between David Tucker over ceecreations, Paul Manzi, and Legio 7. So we got a head sculpt stand over here by Paul Manzi. This time he used green sculpted resin water. As you can see, the wood pole again with the rope, newspaper in there again. He did the like a New York setting, like alleyway kind of thing. Oh, we got a guitar over here. The guitar is not by Paul, David, or Legio 7 or anything like that. This is by Creations on Earth. I've had it for a while. I just added some blood to it because I thought it added a nice little touch to the dial. And I don't see a lot of 1/6 scale Part 8 Jason guitars, so yeah. Got some leather gloves over here. Really good detail on those. Extra hands. Now, Paul decided to go with like a gravel kind of thing. He's got the sculpted New York City manhole cover. He's got New York City sewer on there. Really looks like a real manhole cover. So he did an amazing, amazing job on that. Absolutely love it. The weathering on the floor, on the street. I mean, just absolutely insane. He's got a pack of cigarettes over there. Sculpted cigarette on the ground. Got a real wood palette once again, just like on the Nightmare dial. Painted blue this time. A real metal fence in the back with a keep out danger sign on it. Plastic bag that comes with it so you can hang it on the fence. You got a hole in the fence. It's just like it's rotting away. Got some real cardboard boxes in 1/6 scale form. All weathered up and everything. So spray paint on them. Just all dirty, like as if they're just sitting in an alley, just collecting dust and grime. And over here, this is kind of funny. He's got a 1/6 scale Trojan condom box. As I said, Paul doesn't miss a detail. That's impressive that he even thought of that to put in the dial. That's really good attention to detail. And the fact that he was able to make it, that's even more impressive. And over here, got a 1/6 scale hockey flyer. Really, really cool there. This looks like just really good detail there. Oh, there's also a trash bag back there. 1/6 scale trash bag leaning against the fence. Yeah. I'm gonna look at the dial. And as I said, the head sculpt is by Legio 7. So is the hockey mask. Legio 7 absolutely killed this hockey mask and the head sculpt. I mean, the rivets, everything is in the right spot. The weathering on the mask, the shape of the mask. I like how he added like black fabric over the eyes, just like in the film, because they had that in the film, like so you couldn't see his eyes. You can even tell they put black fabric in it, so that's a really good detail that he did that. Love the paintwork on it, the weathering, the crack in the mask at the top, just amazing detail. You notice on the top of the head sculpt, there's like the gash in his head. Amazing. Absolutely insane. The figure was done by David Tucker over at ceecreations, and I think he did an amazing job on this. He did the axe as well, which that's an amazing axe in my opinion. David nailed it on that. He's getting real good. He does amazing weapons. I'm telling you, he doesn't just do figures. He sometimes he'll throw in weapons with his figures and they just blow me away because they're really well done. Down here we got the custom boots with the real laces. The clothing is perfectly tailored to the body. You got the tear right here with the knee showing, the rotted flesh showing through it. Yeah, I got the tear in the stump on the torso. You can see the rotted flesh coming through there. The forearms are real bulky, just like Kane Hodder. Like in the film, Kane Hodder was real stocky and everything like that. So when you have a figure like this from like any of the films that Kane Hodder was in, you want the figure to look the build that it's supposed to look because you want it to be as accurate as possible. And all the tears and everything are on all the right places. You got the tear in the shoulder. The wet look on this, David did an amazing job. I mean, I don't know how he did it, but the wet look on this, it actually looks wet and it's amazingly detailed. I absolutely love it. Very happy to have gotten this. Absolutely insane. Unique piece, and I absolutely love it. Friday the 13th Part 8 is an amazing, I wouldn't say amazing film in the franchise, but in my opinion, Jason was a badass in it. I mean, Kane Hodder delivered definitely delivered in that film, and I think he gave a great performance as Jason, as he always does. Really well done. Alright, so that is my custom 1/6 scale Part 8 Jason figure. By Lethio7 and David Tucker over at ceecreations, and custom Jason Takes Manhattan Diorama by Paul Manzi over at Distress Labs. Alright, thanks. Moving on down. Down here we have a custom 1/6 scale Halloween 4 Loomis figure. This figure is by Dark Artist. He's an artist who is no longer in the hobby. It's a very old figure, very, very old, and I think it absolutely looks the part. The scars on the face, really well done. As you see, it's an older head sculpt, but I think it still holds up in my opinion. Halloween 4, I had the best version of Loomis in my opinion. I absolutely love that film. Got the accurate silver, got the accurate gun in his hand, the gloved hand, leather gloved hands. Well, sculpted, I should say, but they're supposed to replicate the leather gloves he wore in the film. Amazing tailoring on the outfit. As I said, older figure, but absolutely holds up. Amazing. The build is proper and everything too. The scene is like as if Myers went into a house and just broke through the window and got inside, and Loomis is going in after him. So there's like broken glass, pieces of wood, there's blood on the ground. It's like a tile floor setting. The diorama, once again, made by Paul Manzi over Distress Labs. And this is a real wood base, but he made it look like floor tile, which is absolutely insane. He's got the wood and the glass that came with it, the blood. He made a 1/6 scale table right here. I mean, he's just blowing me away with how good his work is getting. Got a calendar on the wall. Light switch. Here's the door. Broken glass in it. I mean, even the door handle is even very well done. I mean, Paul just blows it away every time. And a light up pumpkin that it came with from it was like a Halloween 1 pumpkin, if I'm not mistaken. I absolutely love this. Great detail. Love how it lights up. And here's the cool part. The picture on the wall is Lori and her friends. I mean, like I said, Paul is just killing it on these dios. Absolutely amazing. I mean, this setup is just insane. Very unique. Adds some nice color to the dio and my collection and everything, like the setup. Because a lot of them are darker colors, but this one's all white and gray. And I think it stands out really well amongst the other stuff in my collection. And you even got a wall outlet down there. I mean, Paul, come on, man. Hey, this is insane. Alright, so this is my custom 1/6 scale. Look at the wall over there, hold on. Alright, so this is my custom 1/6 scale Halloween 4 Loomis figure. And diorama by Paul Manzi over Distress Labs. And yeah, enough said on that. This thing kind of speaks for itself. Absolutely insane. Moving on down, we have my custom Leprechaun figure. I'm not sure how to say the girl's name who made this, so I will post it in the comments after I post the video, so you're aware of how to get one of these. But this thing is insane. It's a little bigger than it's probably about 6 or 7. It's probably 8 or 9 inches tall. It's pretty big, but it's still 1/6 scale, and this thing is insane. The buckles on the shoes sculpted. I mean, the clothing is phenomenal. The hands, the nails on it, just the weathering, the tailoring into this thing is insane. Got the real gold chain down there. Sorry about the finger. Got the gold chain down there. Got a weird angle. So, yeah, she killed it on this thing. The head sculpt is absolutely insane. Amazing. I mean, this screams Leprechaun from the films. I mean, to me, this is like Warwick Davis's Leprechaun in like 100% accurate, in my opinion. This is the best Leprechaun figure I've seen in the hobby, and I think she killed it. This thing is insane. The hair work on it, I mean, I'm blown away by this. And once again, I will post who made this in the comments, and definitely hit her up if you're interested in one of these, because she absolutely killed it. Sculpted pot of gold. Look at the detail on that. The designs. She did an amazing, amazing job. Look at that head sculpt. Insane. Been wanting a Leprechaun figure in my collection for a while, and I think I finally found the right artist to do it. And if you want one too, definitely hit her up. And after I post the video, like I said, I'll post it in the comments. So, all right, that is my custom 1/6 scale Leprechaun figure. I would go into it more detail, but I've already gone over this before, so check out my other video if you want more details on it. But yeah, this thing is just mind-blowingly good. I mean, the detail on it is, this thing's very accurate to the films. I mean, you watch the films and tell me this isn't accurate. All right, moving on up. All right, so this is my custom 1/6 scale, kind of like an age, it's supposed to be like age 40, but I got a different head sculpt on it. This is a concept head sculpt. From what I understand, there's only like 3 of these head sculpts in existence. It is by One's Customs over at Distress Labs. It's like an aged Myers mask, as if he's, it's so weathered and just so old that the hair came out and it's just like bleached by the sun. Got the cracks in it, the blood. It's just supposed to be another concept version of like an age 40 mask. And I absolutely love it. I think it's real mean looking. So I have it displayed on the figure. The figure itself is by David Tucker over at ceecreations. He's even got old man hands on the figure. Great detail there. The knife, amazing detail. Paul Manzi did a pumpkin. And the pumpkin is smashed. He actually sculpted the seeds and the guts inside of it. So hats off to Paul. That's insane. I love that. I mean, really adds a nice little touch to this piece. So way to go, Paul. They killed it. I mean, that's insane. Down here we got a One's Customs H40 mask concept, and the hammer over there on the ground as well. Some leaves. Amazing detail on this. But I think I'm pretty happy with the sculpt we got on it right here. We got a Brit Tunes unmasked H40 head sculpt. Really good detail there. Got some 1/6 scale caution tape all bloodied up by Paul Manzi. The diorama is by Zaz Says, and I'm not sure how many he made, but this is an amazing dio. Zaz, I guess he's not in the hobby anymore, but this thing is crazy. He absolutely killed it. I love it. It's supposed to be the Myers house, and I think it has amazing attention to detail. Got a little iPhone, 1/6 scale bloody iPhone over here on the ground. Some more leaves. The woodwork on it, this thing is heavy and big. I mean, Zaz nailed this thing. Very, very accurate. I absolutely love it. Insane. The light can go from flickering to solid. Up to you. I think the flickering adds a nice touch. The weathering on the house is just amazing. And the walls and the banister. I mean, the balcony. David did an amazing job on this body. The clothing, the coveralls are perfectly tailored. And also, the weathering on it, I mean, the tailoring to the body, the color, very accurate to the film. I mean, this is perfect build to the James Hugh Courtney in the 2018 film. As like I said, the head sculpt is not from that film, but I think this head sculpt fits the figure perfectly. And judging there's only 3 of them in existence, I'm very happy to display it. And this thing is just absolutely insane. Alright, so that is my custom 1/6 scale, I guess you could say aged Myers figure, by the body by David Tucker over ceecreations, head sculpts by One's Customs, and unmasked H40 head sculpt by Brit Tunes, and killer diorama by Zaz Says. Alright, moving on down. This is my This is my custom 1/6 scale Leatherface figure from Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning. This thing is insane. I recently posed it in a new way, and yeah, absolutely killer. Absolutely insane. I mean, amazing. The diorama is by Paul Manzi over Distress Labs. He's got a little table here with Sculpt and resin water, a pole coming through the bottom with some barbed wire, hands sticking out of it, missing fingers, all gored up, 1/6 scale skull. Paul even added 1/6 scale glass jars, absolutely insane. He's got some blood jars up here, AB positive and O negative. I got some sculpted hearts up here, a meat cleaver. The meat cleaver is by Chris Yeast, once again, did amazing work while he was in the hobby. And Paul even added a little tray with some resin sculpted blood with some hands floating in it. I got another hand over here with a bone hanging out of the wrist. Just insane. Some sculpted guts on the ground. We got some intestines, it looks like. Broke a cut off foot by the ankle, some bones. Over here I got some artwork in the back with every version of Leatherface on it. I thought that will add a nice little touch. Paul added an archway with a real metal chain to go on it. As you can see, we got that over here too. But he added a meat hook so you can actually hook a torso to. This torso is 100% custom by Paul, and it's insane. Paul nailed this. Very accurate to the film. I asked him to go full on crazy with the blood on this because Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning, to me, easily one of my top 3 favorite horror films, if not favorite films of all time. And I'm not gonna lie, that film is one of the goriest Texas Chainsaw films, so I told Paul, go nuts. And a 1/6 scale sledgehammer by Chris Yeast as well. Little hand holding onto it there as if it was just someone grabbed onto it and cut his hand off and just left it there. The table is 100% is just real wood. Paul did not miss a beat on that. Absolutely amazing. I'm telling you guys, he goes all out on these dios. You definitely get what you pay for, and even if they take a while to get, they're totally worth the wait. Now for the figure. The figure is a concept figure. The head sculpt is by Joel Robinson, and he killed this head sculpt. I mean, look at this. The hair work is just phenomenal. I mean, the muzzle mask. I mean, this thing is insane. Absolutely insane. He's even got on the head sculpt the bumps from the skin disease he had, just like in the film. The build of the figure is very accurate to the film. He's got a custom chainsaw. Now, the body, the head sculpt was done by Joel Robinson. The rest is done by Daniel Terzo over at Galactables. The full figure was by Joel, but Daniel redid everything but the head sculpt, and this thing is insane. When I say concept, it's got the accurate clothing from the beginning film, accurate apron and everything. Well, kind of concept apron, I guess you could say, but like the shirt and stuff is all accurate. And he added like leather gauntlets from the film, so it's like a mixture of 2003 version and the beginning. Because 2003 he had leather gauntlets. He had a gold chain. Daniel added a gold chain around the waist and the chest. He even added a dirty rag back there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a rag hanging from his back pocket. Daniel redid the chainsaw. Look at the weathering on that. The gore. I mean, Daniel's doing a new beginning Leatherface project. So if you want a beginning Leatherface figure, like not a concept, but one that's accurate to the film, definitely hit him up because everything that run just opened up. So definitely hit up Daniel for that. I mean, it's insane. Yeah, I'm very happy to have this one-off concept, though, because this thing is insane. As I said, this film is easily one of my top 3 favorite films of all time. I absolutely love it. I watch it all the time. And this figure just looks mean. This whole setup is just gritty and dark, just like the film. Just amazing. Paul killed this dial once again. I mean, I can't say enough good things about his work or any of the artists I'm talking about in this video because they all absolutely brought everything they could to the table, and they absolutely, it shows, man. I mean, this figure just looks mean, like just insanely detailed. Joel and Daniel killed this thing, and I'm very happy to have it. And hopefully I can get on the run for the other one that Daniel's doing, because, yeah, if he did this good of a job on this one, I can only imagine what the new one's going to be like in person. So, yeah, this is my custom 1/6 scale Leatherface figure from Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning. And, yeah, moving on down. Down here, we have my custom 1/6 scale RZH1 Myers figure. Figure is by David Tucker over at ceecreations. Absolutely insanely detailed on this. I mean, the coveralls are very accurate to the film, the weathering on them. They're very well tailored to the body. Got an RZH1 knife in his hand. You'll notice the knife in that film slightly different with the handle than the other films. And, yeah. And the head sculpt is by One's Customs. Now, this head sculpt's a little different, as I said in my previous video when I reviewed this, because the hair on this is sculpted. One's does not do sculpted hair often, like hardly ever does he do sculpted hair. I mean, seriously, hardly ever. So the fact that he did this, and I'm very happy to have gotten it, because I think the sculpted hair on this is phenomenal. I mean, One's did an outstanding job on this hair. I mean, I didn't even know he did sculpted hair, so I mean, but I was blown away when I got it. I'm like, okay, sculpted hair, maybe. I never had a figure with sculpted hair other than the Sideshow ones, so I'm like, maybe it's not that good. But when I got this in hand, holy crap, the hair is very well done. I mean, One's made it look really real, and the weathering on that mask, just insane. One's absolutely killed this. Love it. Really, really good. Once again, the figure is on a basketball body and very tall. Got the leather boots with the steel-toe tip coming through. Very well tailored to the body. Absolutely insane. You got the patch right here on the chest, on the arm. Very accurate. David never misses detail on these outfits. I mean, just an amazing job on them. And I actually got a nice little touch here. I got him holding a 1/6 scale photo of young Michael and Boo. So, nice little detail there, but that was thrown in by Paul Manzi. Now let's get into Paul's work. Yes, he did this dial as well. This is the Bob window scene, or Bob kill scene diorama. I forgot which one he calls it. But yeah, he gets a wood wall with some wood boards going across the window, and a little tree branch growing in the back of the window. Got the holes in the wall with the wires going through it, as if they're just someone punched, like as if the holes have just rotted away and the wires are showing. Over here we got another one. The first one he did, from what I understand, he didn't put the holes in the wall right here, but I'm really glad he did on this one, because like I said, I like my stuff a little more weathered. So amazing detail on this. Look at the weathering on the wall. Just really, really well done. I mean, this whole setup's just amazing. The wood floor. I mean, the figure's so well put together. I mean, it doesn't even need a cross grabber to stand up, honestly. It just stands just fine on its own. This thing is insane. I love Rob Zombie's Halloween films, as I said, and I think yeah, Myers and Jason, definitely my top two favorite slashers. You'll notice there's a lot of Jason figures and a lot of Myers figures in this video. Alright, one more look down the front and the side. Alright. Alright, so that is my custom 1/6 scale RZH1 Myers figure. Figure by David Tucker, and head sculpt by One's Customs, and diorama once again by Paul Manzi. Moving on down to the final piece. Here we go. This is a Part 8 Jason life-size bust. This is a Scareware Productions bust. I mean, this is another piece I've wanted for a long time. I've always wanted a Scareware Productions bust, and this thing is insane. I recently acquired this, and I could not be happier with it. The hockey mask is just insane. Look at that. And this thing's got some weight to it, too. I mean, the whole head and everything under there is all resin. It's all resin. It's a resin head, custom hockey mask. The straps on it are accurate. This thing is just complete high-quality work. And Scareware Productions absolutely killed it. It's got the shirt. Some of their busts, they don't put the shirts with it, but I'm really glad this one had it because I think it really adds a nice detail. Really, really good. And the weathering on the mask is just dead on to the film. The shine to it and everything, just absolutely insane. Look at that. You can even see how wet the head sculpt, like the back of the head looks. You can't really see it really, but let's see. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's like, look back there. You can see the head and everything, how nasty it looks and everything. Really, really good. Look at that. The straps, as I said, are very accurate. You've got the cracks going on where the straps attach. This thing is just insane. I absolutely love it, and very, very happy to have this. I mean, this thing is, this thing's a real, this thing stands out in the dial a lot. This thing really pops in my collection, and I absolutely love it. I mean, I cannot say enough good things about this. Huge shout out to Paul Manzi for the sale on this, because this thing is mind-blowing. And, yeah. The shirt, just wet looking, very accurate to the film. All right. That is my Scareware Productions Part 8 Jason bust. All right. I think that's it, guys. All right, so that is my new updated collection. Custom 1/6 scale figures, horror figures, and also masks / busts. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Sorry it took so long to get another video up, but glad I was finally able to do it. Have a good night.